Hi, welcome. Now I am going to show you how to create a running total for a list. Okay, what I have here is the month and their respective sales. Okay, the sum of these sales is 6251. Okay, what does it mean running total? Running total is, for example, the first month running total is 107. For the second month February, the running total must be the first month's sales plus the second month's sales, which is 745. Okay, this is supposed to be 745. This is 107. Okay, the third month is, it has to be from the first month to the March, which is 107 plus 638 plus 397, which is 114, and so on. Okay, the last month running total will be the overall total for all the months. Okay, this is the way we need to create the running total. Okay, now how can I do it using a Excel formula. Okay, so running total. Okay, how can I do this one using Excel formula is that I will first month it is 107 B2, fine. For the next month it has to be the previous month's running total plus the February's month sales, the current month sales. Okay, this will give you these 2 months total. Okay, for the third month it has to be the previous month's running total plus this month's sales. Okay, so it will give you these 3 months total, because this C3, which is the previous month's running total, is nothing but this 2 total, so it automatically adds all the 3 months. So this formula is more generalized, and this can be dragged to even if you have thousands of records. Okay, so you have finally for the December it is 6251, which is the grand total. Okay, this is one way of doing the running total. Okay, you can also do it using another way. Okay, I am going to show you the another way to calculate the same running total. Okay, this time we are going to use the sum function. Okay, so how can I do it? Running total by sum function. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to show you using the sum function. Okay, for the first month running total is nothing but the sales. Okay, so sales of that month, that is fine. Now the second month's running total is the key. Okay, so what I'm going to do, sum of from the first month to the second month, B2 to B3. Okay, the sales. Okay, fine, 745. Okay, so the next month running total is that sum of first month to the third month. Okay, so you see here it is the B2 to B3. Okay, the next one is the B2 to B4. so the first value here should not change. Okay, it always starts with the sum, always starts with the January month's sales, but the second value, the range must change for each month. This is the end of the range, so for the second month it is up to February, it is B3, for the March it is B4, and so on. So only the second month has to change when we generalize this formula or autofill this formula to other cells or drag the formula to other cells. The second one must change relatively, first one should not change relatively. That means it has to remain absolute reference. Okay, so what does it mean absolute reference? Because whenever you drag a formula from one cell to the other, Excel does a relative reference. So for example, this one is the B2 to B3, this one is B3 to B4. See, it changes the formula according to that, okay, relatively. But for our case, we don't want the B2 to be changed relatively, okay. It must remain same, because every time the first cell value we want to sum it up is from January, okay. The second cell must be changed, okay. So how can we make sure, or telling the Excel that you should not change the cell reference, okay, that one by making this cell to absolute reference. How to introduce absolute reference? It's very simple. Introduce a dollar sign, dollar and dollar. So it has to be $B $2, which is nothing but B2, okay. $B $2. B3 we are not changing, because B3 has to be same for every time, so B3 will change, okay. It's a relative reference. So now this time we will drag and see what happens. 1142. Why? Because B2 is not changed but remain in the first cell. The end of the range is B4 this time, okay. So now I drag it again one more time, okay. This one I ignore error, okay. See, this time it is B2 is the starting point of range remains same, the ending point only keep changing for every time I drag, okay. So it is the idea of keeping a absolute reference and relative reference. This will give a running total, okay. So you see the final value is 6251, okay. So this error is more like, because we are leaving the adjacent values, we are ignore the error, okay. The final running total for December 18 is 26251, which is the grand total, okay. This the way you can create running totals for any list, not necessarily sales. And if you have any suggestions and comments, you can state it in the comments box, as well as you can subscribe to my channel. It is already there. The Allen sum button is already shown in the screen itself. And God bless you.